Okay, we're going to go through a little grocery haul that I just got done doing after my workout this morning. Now, this is going to feed, me and my family for most of the week. I'm not saying we're going to eat just this stuff, but between my work lunches, provided that I take 5 work lunches, which I would make today and take them and not just skip my lunches and do one meal a day for the next 5 days. This is what a grocery haul is looking like. I'll show you a couple things that, I like to incorporate together and make something out of. It doesn't have to look like this. Doesn't have to be these things. Not everyone's going to like all this stuff, but I'm showing you what me and my family eats. And we do have a 5-year-old in the house, so obviously he doesn't eat all this stuff. We got chicken nuggets and fries too for him. But other than that, we'll start with our protein, our meat. So ground chicken. That's an easy go-to. You can do a lot with this. You can make a pizza crust. Anything you want to make, like with shredded chicken or stuff like that, you can just grab this. It's less work. Obviously I did get the lean ground chicken. So in this whole container, there's 4 servings, a serving size of 4 ounces. That's 160 calories, 22 grams of protein in per serving. And you do have 9 grams of fat, as it says on the front here. And the only other thing that I would look at on this label, but still it's chicken, is sodium, which is 125 milligrams. So that's not too bad. Like I said, a lot of things have a lot of sodium in them these days. So when you get meat, though, I mean, that's kind of different. You're still getting meat. So next, we got some 93% lean, 7% fat ground beef. The options are endless with this. You got 8 grams of fat, 75 milligrams of sodium, 23 grams per serving. There's 9 servings in here, 170 calories per serving. So, I mean, you can tacos. Obviously, you pick the better taco seasonings, stuff like that. If you get some taco seasonings, they'll have a lot of sodium in them. You want to steer away from that. Burgers. Now, I don't eat. If you're gonna get bread, I didn't get no bread. If you get keto bread, it's got 30 grams of fat. I'm sorry. Oh, I can't remember the figures. It's 35 calories per slice versus your typical slice of bread has like 150 calories per slice. That a lot more of everything else. So that'll add up. So yeah, you can do a lot with the ground beef. This is my go-to chicken breast. So if you're cutting, chicken breast is going to be better than chicken thighs. Okay, I prefer chicken thighs over chicken breast, but if you cook these boneless, skinless chicken breasts the right way, they're going to be good. Okay, so 140 calories per 4 ounces. It's 4 grams of fat per serving, 40 milligrams of sodium, 25 grams of protein. Again, a lot of protein. So you got, 25 grams of protein in chicken per serving, 23 grams per serving in the beef, and the ground chicken is 22 grams of protein per serving. So that's all really good. This next one, now a lot of people don't like seafood. Well, I could eat seafood almost every day, especially shrimp. Get these jumbo shrimp, 16 to 22 shrimp per pound. By the way, I get all this from Walmart, so that's where I did my shopping at. 60 calories per about 4 shrimp. Let's see, sodium on the shrimp is a little heavy, 470 milligrams per serving, 14 grams of protein per serving. So good protein, a little heavy on the sodium, but I don't get this stuff all that often, but I wanted to try the zucchini noodles and shrimp again. So, well, I just gave that one away. So, I got 3 zucchini noodles. I got 3 zucchini to make into noodles with my noodle maker. I'll show you kind of what I got for that. I mean, they sell these at Walmart, or I'm sure you can get them in a lot more places, but it's just a spiral cutter. It's really easy to use. Put it together, and I mean, when you're eating these zucchini noodles, they taste pretty darn close to, in your head, you can imagine eating regular noodles, and that's what you'll think you're eating. So, I grabbed a couple things off the shelf just to show you, or stuff that we already had here. Rice, Minute Maid white rice, nothing crazy, just a box rice. I don't like to eat the big bags of rice. I like the boxes. It's just whatever. 170 calories per serving. Serving size is half a cup. 0 fat, 0 sodium, 0 sugars. 38 grams of carbohydrates. So you get your carbs through noodles and rice, stuff like that. 4 grams of protein. So it even still has a little bit of protein. And this stuff's good because you can season it with whatever you want. And rather than buying pre-seasoned, pre-packaged rice, get that, make it the same every time. You got it in bulk, and season it however you want. So we'll eat that with chicken. To avoid tortillas with, like, when we're making tacos and stuff. Now I'll show you something else that I had on the shelf already. We'll eat these. I didn't get them just because they're green and they look all blingy bling and healthy because they're green. No, the carb balance, spinach and herbs. So I got these because of the macros. I mean, 70 calories per 1 tortilla, 3.5 grams of fat, 310 milligrams of sodium, 16 grams of dietary fiber. You get 18 grams of carbs and 6 grams of protein per one of these. So, and then I just went with the spinach herb because, well, I don't mind them. I was wanting to try something different. So, and your traditional flour tortillas are going to have over 200 calories in one tortilla. So that's a lot. in one tortilla. Say you sit down and you make this beef into, you make this whole thing into taco meat. A lot of times I'll eat it with rice because it's just an easy alternative and less calories than a tortilla. But if you make that into taco meat and you have 3 tacos, that's over 600 calories in just the tortillas. So that's that's like one whole meal just in tortillas. So not good, not ideal. So with this, with all this, more with the shrimp, I think I got, I usually have some of these around diced yellow onions, stuff like that doesn't have any calories in it, so to speak. So you mix it in, saute them with the zucchini noodles, put them in with your taco meat, put them in with chicken, you can put onions in with all kinds of stuff. So, let's see what's next. Cheese. So I like cheese and I'm not about to cut it out of my diet. So there is a way though. You get fat-free cheddar cheese. It makes a big difference since fat-free. So there's 7 servings per container, 45 calories per serving. A little heavy on the sodium. Some stuff you can't get away from, but if you go buy like a pre-made sub from the deli section, you're looking at like 1,000 milligrams of sodium. That's just ridiculous, So 0 fat, 0 sugar, 0 trans fat, 0 added sugars, 9 grams of protein. So you can overdo it still on the cheese, but you gotta have cheese, especially if you live in Wisconsin, right? Got some peeled garlic, some garlic cloves, 5 calories per servings. That's 1 clove. 1 clove is 5 calories. So there's 43 servings in here. So 5 times 43 is, like 200 and something. So that's not much. Garlic is good for you. 0 fat, 0 sodium, 0 sugars. Let's talk about this stuff. This is a big one. Non-fat yogurt, Greek plain yogurt. 17 grams of protein per serving. 50 milligrams of sodium. 7 carbs. There is 7 grams of total sugars, no added sugars. 100 calories per serving. There's 5 servings in here. So the serving size is 2/3 of a cup. You can literally do anything with this. You can cook your beef and splash half of this container in there, mix it up, and it's going to come out like an Alfredo type stuff. It doesn't taste like this when it comes out. You can cook it. You can reheat it. I've mixed this with a million different things, and I can't make something bad yet. So some things that I like to mix with it. So if I wanted, I like ranch. Ranch is off the charts on sodium, calories. There's a lot. You take this. If you like ranch seasoning, I grabbed this off the shelf. Get yourself some ranch seasoning like this. 0 calories. It's all, look at that. 60 milligrams of sodium. Otherwise, it's all zeros. You can dump as much of this in there as you want. Okay. Sometimes I'll get sugar-free ketchup, which I do have some now. And I'll put some of that in this Greek yogurt too. And it's great. Another thing I like to put in there, if I want hot sauce with some of my chicken, get Frank's Red Hot. Look at this. Is 0 calories, 0 fat, 0 carbs, 190 milligrams of sodium. So as you can see, there's sodium in a lot of stuff. Okay, it's hard to get away from sodium. But, okay, we'll talk about fats. You need some fats in your diet. Okay, so one thing I eat that has some fats in it, that I'm targeting fats with it, is cottage cheese, which this is low fat cottage cheese, but you don't need a lot of fat. 80 calories per serving, 4 servings per container, half a cup is a serving. So there's 2.5 grams of fat, 1 gram of saturated fat. Sodium's kind of high, 450 milligrams. 11 grams of protein, 4 grams of carbs, 3 grams of sugars. I like to avoid sugars as much as possible, but some things you can't get away from. So you take this. Another thing you can do with this is they're really good. And stay away from, potato chips and stuff like that. Any kind of chips, they're not going to be good for you. So you take a little spoon of this, put it on a pan, make, just a bunch of little piles, put it in the oven 350 for 15, 20 minutes, take it out. Oh, I'm sorry, I got to back up here. Put it on the pan, season it, just right on top with whatever seasoning you want. You can use this seasoning. You can use a barbecue seasoning. You can use, now remember, seasonings have sodium and stuff in them too, so you kind of got to watch that too. But basically, you don't need to go light on your seasonings unless you're like completely going overboard. Okay, but you take a little bit of this, season, put little piles on a pan, put your parchment paper down or tin foil and season top, put it in the oven at 350 for 15 minutes. Take it out. It comes out like a crispy potato chip, flavored however you flavored it. It's, you want barbecue, it comes out like barbecue chips. And then you know what you do? You take Greek plain yogurt and you mix it with this, and this comes out like you can add, oregano and stuff like that together and make like a dill dip out of this, and this. And you can even add some of this, and it comes out amazing every time. You can literally add whatever you want, and you can try to make something bad with this, and I don't think you're going to do it. Now, eating this plain, you can get vanilla or different flavored stuff like this, and that's great and all, but I think I got some in the fridge now. So right now I'm in the cut, so I don't eat much. There'll be more of these videos like this when I'm buying more, eating more, maintaining. Okay. So yeah, let's talk about my sweet tooth craving that I get every once in a while. Okay. Want to know what my go-to is? And you can overdo it very quickly. Rice Krispie treats. Okay, now you can make your own Rice Krispies. I just buy these little ones. They're not that big. There's 40 of them in here. But 80 calories per 1 bar, 1.5 grams of fat, 50 milligrams of sodium, 17 grams of carbs. So you get carbs, you get energy from these. That's what carbs are. They're energy. 7 grams total sugars, 7 grams added sugar. So there is some sugar in there. That's where you get the marshmallow fluff, and that's where that comes from. 1 gram of protein, you can't really count that. But I like to have those with, this is my soft spot, peanut butter. Okay, most people don't eat this unless they're like bulking or really trying to, I'm in a calorie deficit. If they're in a calorie surplus, which is eating what my deficit is down from a maintenance calorie level, in a positive calorie level that much, so 600 calories above my maintenance level. Just try to send all that extra food and stuff to my muscles. Most people won't eat this. They consider it a bulking food, but you do need some fats, and peanut butter is a good fat. Any kind of nut oil. You got some almond oil we use for cooking sometimes. It can get dangerous. 190 calories per 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons is like, it's smaller than that cap. It could probably, 2 tablespoons would probably fill this green cap right here. Okay, so 16 grams fat, a lot of fat. 3.5 grams saturated fat, 140 milligrams sodium, 8 grams carbs, 2 grams dietary fibers, 3 grams sugars, 2 grams added sugars, 7 grams protein. And that's per 2 tablespoons. There's 34 servings in here. So 68. Well, yeah, you get it. So, okay, but yeah, that's the grocery haul for today. That's basically it. I don't know if I'm going to make a whole bunch of meals today or not for my week's worth of lunches, or if I'm going to go with a solo meal route. If you do eat once a day, okay, obviously, there's days where you don't have to eat all the right stuff all the time, but consistency is key. Okay, it might take 2-3 weeks for you to actually see results on like the scale or feel results or something like that. But if you're eating once a day, it gives you an opportunity to splurge just a little bit more on some different stuff. Maybe get more fats in one meal in your supper, your afternoon meal, then you don't have, because you didn't have your first meal, so you can splurge a little bit and it's not as hard. Now, some people don't like to do that. There's studies that show that if you start eating in a day before noon and finish earlier in the day, then your metabolism reset quicker overnight and you'll have more fat loss. But yeah, I mean, you kind of got to just play with it and see what works best for you. But that's where we're at. So I'm going to put the stuff in the fridge and wait for dinner time. I'm not starving right now. This makes me hungry looking at all this food, but it doesn't have to be hard to make these meals either. It's a lot of simple stuff. Doesn't need to look like this, but your go-tos are going to be the fat-free, the fat-free cheddar cheese, or fat-free cheese, I should say, Greek plain yogurt for all your dipping sauces. Even to eat plain Greek yogurt helps fat loss a lot. Like I said, you can do a million things with that. So that's about it, though. We'll wrap it up, and I guess we'll probably see you tomorrow for chest day. It should be a pretty good chest day. I'm going to lower the weight a little bit. I keep saying that, but that's because, like I said, you start to ego lift over time. You start to lose your controlled reps, which ends up looking like on a fly machine from like this to like this. And you don't want to have this. You want to have this. You want to have your arms straight out, not like this. It's just more effective. You can hold better and stuff like that. So we'll talk about all that tomorrow and enjoy the rest of your weekend, I guess. You better have got to the gym or be going to the gym. Do your cardio. Don't skip unless you're sicker than a dog. See ya.